Well, our Florida adventures continue today. We're going to start day 2 of our trek on the Pinellas Trail during our annual retreat to Florida in the winter. Today we're heading south on the Pinellas Trail, or southeasterly, I guess I should say. And we're going to head towards St. Petersburg and back. We're at Walsingham Park again in Largo, Florida. Should be about a 32-mile round trip or so today. And Florida is living up to its nickname today, Sunshine State.
Woo-woo.
Beautiful day. So we'll see you on the trail. Hey, morning. So we are headed on the Pinellas Trail south today. And just like our ride last week, the Pinellas Trail right now, it's an urban trail. You know, our first part of the trail here will be going through kind of people's backyards for a lot of the time today. But we also have a few more overpasses. We have a couple underpasses, a little more traffic in some of the areas today with bikes and walkers and everything. Morning.
Morning.
Of course, we're starting out with a headwind, you know, a little bit, not much.
It's always a headwind.
But like Michelle says, it's always a headwind. Green, all right. We got stoplights for this one. Morning. Okay, here's mile 15. Hey, morning. I guess we're going the wrong way. Thank you. All right, we are entering Seminole. Looks like there is a place to stop, a little rest there. Looks like there's bathrooms there. Clear. Hill number 2. Hey. It's a cool bridge here. Bart.
Hopefully they take it.
Well, we're getting our interval training in today. Today's one of these weather days. It's just, I mean, the sun is out. When I'm in the sun, I'm dressed, I have my short sleeves on now, it's just perfect. I'm in the shade, it just gets a little cool, so it's perfect, kind of that perfect workout type of day. So I know the kind of the wisdom is that if you're going to run a marathon or do a long distance type event, the perfect temperature is kind of like about 52 degrees. Your body doesn't have to work extra hard to cool, and your body does not have to work extra hard to warm. So it's kind of in that sweet spot, right around 52 degrees. That's kind of where we're at right now, so it's really a nice day. Notice mile 8. We've also noticed on the trail some markings for an upcoming race. Well, Michelle saw a sign that's coming up in February, a couple weeks, and I noticed some trail markings. I saw mile 16, saw a turnaround point, so I'm assuming the width of this trail right here would be a great place to do a road race, no doubt. All right. Michelle just said that was Madison-ish, and what she meant by that is we live in Monona. We live right on the Monona Lake Loop, and it's a major biking, running, walking loop around Lake Monona, and we see everything. St. Petersburg, all right. So as I was saying, we see everything. We see e-bikes with a place in the front to haul stuff. We see e-bikes with kids on the back. We see people in small groups just putting the hammer down and getting a good loop in. we see runners going by, getting ready for big races. Sunday morning, sometimes in the fall, we see the Badger cross country team coming around the horn for their long recovery run on Sunday. So we see everything. So to see those two guys really getting after it with their racing bikes, passing a young woman there with her two kids in the back with the e-bike, was very Madison-ish. Again, this long overpass goes over like a triangle of about 3 streets here. And from this one, you can also see some of the big buildings, I think at downtown St. Pete's. So last week going north from Largo, I think we had total 3 overpasses. I think that last one just went over, might have been 6 now. I think that's it. Hey, I think that's it. All right, we got mile 19 on the marathon, where the fun begins. I know from the marathons that I've run, not for several years now, but the marathons I've run, I would say about mile 18 is about halfway, mentally and physically. At least that's my experience. And Michelle will tell you the same thing from her 7 marathons. How's it going?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good, let her rip.
Alright.
It's mile 6, I think, from the bike path, mile 6. So we are just over 3 miles or so from St. Petersburg and Tampa Bay. Like I noted the other day, some of these early season rides, and this is really an early season ride for us. We're lucky some years to be out and about by March on the trails or on riding. But anyway, is the communication aspect. And we're not perfect in our communication, but we've developed a pretty good system when we come to intersections and who's taking the lead and who's pushing the button and all that kind of stuff, and yelling out, being verbal. And anytime you ride with a new rider, you kind of have to, you know, get into that, what's your communication all about. Looks like we have one more overpass here. And again, like I noted before, wave. There's like a little wave in it, but it doesn't seem quite as difficult. Hey, good morning. Okay, that's 3 miles to go to the harbor. Uh-oh. The track coach and me is getting a little excited. See a nice track here. And the high jump pits are out already. My, oh my. Now you can't tell me that southern schools don't have a little bit of an advantage, especially in spring sports like baseball and track, softball, with weather. Yeah.
Really long.
All right, we are getting close to downtown St. Pete, which I would consider once we get inside of 275. You can see Tropicana Field in the distance. Yeah, so the sign that we saw, so this is kind of the Warehouse Arts District. We're just commenting how beautiful this trail is right here, how wide it is, it's lit.
Murals.
And there's murals on a lot of the buildings. Oh, here's a statue, look at this. There's a statue. I don't know if that's being refurbished or if that's, I don't know. All the crossings have been very well marked.
Very cool vibe.
Okay, we're getting close. Clear, clear. So we're passing under 275. So we got a little action up ahead on the trail. We'll have to be careful here. Clear. So we are literally in the shadow of Tropicana Field. Clear, let's go. Oh, how cool is this? WWE here last night. I guess
Oh, yeah.
and Michelle, yeah, we were really upset we had to miss it, but if the Crusher would have been there, I'd have been there. Blackjack Lanza and Mad Dog Vachon, I would have been there, but
Brunzell Brothers.
yeah, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. But the Crusher, man, he's South Milwaukee's finest, man. I'm gonna go see his statue sometime this summer. It's there in South Milwaukee or Cudahy, somewhere around there. Yeah, so this part of the trail goes right along the parking area for Tropicana Field. And I believe up here pretty quick we're going to be switching out to a designated lane right along the road or on the road. There's mile 1 right there, so we got a mile to the harbor right now. Clear. The last mile we are going to have our own lanes, the way it looks. really nice here. Very nice. Morning. We're going to end our trip on this little peninsula here, right next to the airport. But there is a trail that does go north from here, which heads up kind of more towards Tampa, which we are not going to take today. We're just going to kind of take a little break down here by the waterfront and enjoy the day. We were at that Discovery Center, which you can see in the background there, in the distance. We were there about 2 weeks ago. We visited there. We got a beautiful marina up here. This is really nice. Just past mile 1, heading out of town. Clear. So we're coming back through that warehouse arts district. Very cool area here. We get some of this artwork. They've got some great murals up here as we're riding by. Howdy. heading back home. It's mile 7. It says St. Petersburg. No comment. Back over our big waterway here. Back in Seminole. I think the hill climbs are over for today. Probably got 2 miles left to go maybe. Back in the neighborhoods. Keep her going. Some guys doing some serious training out here today. Again, it's a beautiful part of the trail here. We're at mile 15, so I think we're pretty close to getting back here. Hey.
Here we go. Green.
All right, green. Like I said on my previous video, every couple hundred yards or so, there's a little plaque on the trail which tells you emergency information, who to call, trail maintenance, and also an emergency and kind of where you are on the trail. So that's a nice safety factor on the trail. We're on our final little sidewalk stretch here and we're almost home. Here we are back at the park. Michelle coming in strong today. So our bikes are safely in the van. Kind of bungee into the side. Just to see how we do it. So the Pinellas Trail is a good trail. Michelle, what'd you think?
Yeah, if for urban riding, there were some interesting parts. I loved that long bridge. And when we went to St. Petersburg and were able to just sit and watch the sailboats come in and all the planes, and we saw a rocket go off, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a good trail overall, good urban trail, and it just seems somehow that the wind is in our face both directions. But other than that, we're having a great trip, and thanks for coming along on our trip.